I knew that I was going to come to Cortona, I really wanted to take photography. I just thought that being in Italy would be the perfect place to take photos and just to learn how to use the darkroom. It's something I've always really wanted to learn. And so I've absolutely loved it. I've been able to explore all different types of photography. My teacher, Frank, has been amazing the whole time. He's so helpful. And it's just been a really great way to help me explore the city, just going around and even on the field trips, just like trying to look for different things than I would normally look for. So I think photography class has been just a really great experience for me. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm taking 3 classes here, both landscape studios and sculpture, which I've never dealt with before. So definitely have taken a lot away from that, just working in a new medium instead of over pen and paper. I mean, it's definitely great to kind of express new ideas, and I think it helped influence my projects here in landscape architecture. So,
my favorite class would be painting. I came here because I really wanted to learn how to paint. It's very hard to get into visual arts classes at Brown, so this was going to be my opportunity to paint. And I think that it's been really fun interacting with students, grad students, and the professor, all sort of on different levels and getting all of their input at various points.
I think my favorite class this semester would be the printmaking class that I took with Georgia Dill. She's from Corcoran. She's taught me so many different techniques that I'd never learned before, and experimented a lot. So I got a lot of work produced in her class, and I really like printmaking because it helps me in my painting. So painting is my major, but I'm also really interested in printmaking.
I'd say book arts is probably my favorite. Art school actually doesn't offer a course in book arts, and Margot knows everything there is to know about making a book. So I've actually been able to make my own sketchbooks with papers that I like and designs and things like that.
I guess my favorite class would be photography, because I took it in high school and I really didn't like it. And being here and getting to learn from Frank was really awesome. He was a really good teacher and helped me learn technique really easily and simply.
Well, my favorite class is watercolor, probably because we get to be outside in the town and walk around and paint things that we see.
Kind of think my graphic design class is my favorite, even though I love the painting class, but a painting studio is more just about work. So it's not really directed, and I can do that in and out of class. But my graphic design class, even though the atmosphere is really dark, it's fun because I get to do stuff I don't get to do back in the program, and get to do like a lot of experimentation, and it's really open. And even though it's like a photo image class, there's lots of freedom, I guess, and the types of images you use, and it really encourages you to take lots of photos and like detailed photos. So it would be exciting to go back and show people not just pictures of doors in Cortona or pictures of beautiful views, but pictures of like weird cultural isms and like funky signs.
It's been really interesting to see these people that knew nothing about how to arrive at an object through a process. Say stone carving, work with a large mass of stone, you develop ideas in sketch form, and you translate that to something physical that has shape, that they have ownership of. And it's when they realize that they have ownership of that idea. Basically, I'm just trying to stay out of their way. And this has been really interesting, especially going through the process of a casting, which is a real A to Z kind of process that with some wiggle room. But the students, when they actually physically go through the process of the casting process, they seem to, I don't know, they seem like they're almost grown up, you know, in a way that they kind of take control.
I have a watercolor student who is also a landscape architecture major, and she decided to start using watercolor techniques in her projects and her presentation boards. And in order to do that, she had to just sort of work for hours and hours and hours on different techniques to try to make it come together. And suddenly, it propelled her ability with watercolor just beyond, you know, sort of weeks in advance. And it's been exciting for her, and I think for all the other students, to see just what the working process can do toward advancing your craft. So, yeah, it's a nice sort of, it's nice when there's a synergy between different classes, you know, and something that they're working on becomes a skill that applies to, you know, what they want to do.
This is different. It's got all the pluses, but it's a challenge because it's not your familiar home turf, you know, your studio. And so you just have, but more so, more than just the studio itself, is the whole environment and what you usually have access to. And as an artist, I think we all kind of have a little bit of a crutch of what we like to use, and in that way it's a challenge, but I think it's a very good thing as an artist, because you have to think on your feet and realize you're not going to have a particular item, material, or thing you like to use to do something, and you have to just be resourceful. And so it really kind of pushes you, and I think in a healthy way. And so that's one of the really positive aspects of being out of your comfort zone, I think, which happens here a lot, on many levels.